You know, when the year gets its absolute darkest, when the night feels like it's stretching on forever, what do we humans do? We find a reason to gather, to celebrate, and to hope. It's amazing, really. Across cultures and all through time, we've always created these festivals of light to push back against the gloom. Today, we're going to explore two of these incredible celebrations, Yalda and Christmas, and you're going to see how they're way more connected than you might think.
So this is the big question, isn't it? And we're going to see how two totally different traditions, the ancient Iranian festival of Yalda and the global celebration of Christmas, answer it. Now, at first glance, they might seem worlds apart, but as you'll see, they're really like two branches growing from the very same ancient tree.
All right, let's start with the first one, the ancient Iranian festival of Yalda. This is a celebration that happens right on the winter solstice, which is of course the single longest and darkest night of the entire year.
The name itself, Yalda, kind of gives the whole game away. It literally means birth. But the birth of what, exactly? Well, it celebrates the birth of the sun. Think about it. On the darkest night of the year, people gather to mark that turning point, the victory of light over darkness, as the days finally start to get longer again. It's a festival for the rebirth of light itself.
And the traditions of Yalda are just so beautifully symbolic. Families get together, and they actually stay awake all night, partly to protect themselves from evil, but also to be there to welcome the very first light of dawn. They eat these gorgeous red fruits, like pomegranates and watermelons, and those colors represent the crimson hues of the sunrise and the glow of life. And they recite poetry, usually from the beloved poet Hafiz, finding wisdom and hope in his words. The whole thing is about getting through the darkness together, totally certain that the light is coming back.
Okay, now let's switch gears to a tradition that might be a little more familiar to many of us: Christmas. It too is this incredibly powerful festival of light, born right out of the heart of winter's darkness.
You know, you might think December 25th was chosen for purely historical reasons, but it's actually deeply tied to the seasons. Early Christians were pretty strategic. They placed the celebration of Jesus' birth, who they call the light of the world, right around the winter solstice. This lined it up perfectly with popular Roman festivals like Saturnalia, which were already celebrating the sun's return, so they were basically connecting spiritual renewal with cosmic renewal. Pretty smart, huh?
And when you look at the symbols of Christmas, they just powerfully echo these ancient themes. I mean, we string up lights and put stars on trees. Why? To banish the darkness. We bring evergreen trees inside our homes as this potent symbol of life that endures even in the dead of winter. And those classic red and green colors, they're all about life, blood, and rebirth. It's all pointing to celebrating light and life during a time of cold and shadow.
So here we have two completely distinct festivals from different corners of the world, both happening on the darkest night of the year. And that is not a coincidence. This is where we start to see their shared heritage, a story that's rooted deep in the winter solstice. Okay, this right here, this is the aha moment. This slide gets right to the core of the connection. So on the left, you've got Yalda, which means birth, celebrating the birth of the sun. And on the right, Christmas, celebrating the birth of the sun. Sun, I mean, the words are almost identical, and the theme is exactly the same. The arrival of a saving light in the world's darkest hour. It's just a stunning parallel, isn't it? And if we break it down even further, it gets even clearer. Let's look at the theme of light versus darkness. Yalda has its candles and fires. Christmas has its twinkling lights and stars. How about symbols of life? Yalda uses these vibrant red pomegranates. Christmas uses red holly berries and all sorts of red decorations. Both are totally centered on gathering with family and community. And the core message for both? It is exactly the same: hope and renewal. So, what does all this mean? This isn't just some neat cultural coincidence. It actually reveals something incredibly profound about the human story and our relationship with the world all around us. This quote just gets to the very heart of it. An astronomical event, the simple tilting of our planet, becomes this powerful metaphor for our own lives. The winter solstice is like a cosmic promise. No matter how dark things get, the light is guaranteed to return. It's the ultimate story of resilience. So here's the crucial takeaway. Yalda and Christmas, they're more than just holidays. They're like these ancient human technologies for creating hope. They're rituals that teach us how to get through the long nights, both the literal ones and the metaphorical ones. They anchor us to the rhythm of the universe and remind us that hope isn't just some nice, fluffy feeling. It's an essential tool for survival.
Both of these incredible traditions have evolved over centuries, but their essence hasn't changed a bit. They're nights of joy, family, and light.
And in a world that can often feel pretty dark and uncertain, these celebrations connect us to something timeless. Which kind of brings us to a final thought. What about you? Whether they're big or small, ancient or modern, what are the rituals of light and hope that you cherish most?